I'm Jared Field. I'm the founder and CEO of Field Industries, a company that I started in 2011. So we're a industrial piping products distributor that serves various energy and power and process plant sectors. I first started the company in 2011 when I recognized with my former employer that there was a gap in the relationships with international manufacturers and local domestic customers. And so to bridge that gap, I opened up a manufacturer's rep company to represent those manufacturers for sales here in the U.S. And then that over time evolved into a stocking distribution model. Right now, we've got an excellent team. Everybody on our team are very talented and very dedicated to our mission. So it's been just a real joy to see how over the years people have come and gone, and there's been different seasons for different people. And now we're at the season where we've got really the all-star team. So it has been very challenging to bring up and develop the proper team. And it wasn't, first I'll say it wasn't me that did that. It was always God that has been working through the company that has done that. I'm a member of a group called C12 that is a group of peers that also have Christian-owned businesses. And one of the statements that we say in that group is Jesus Moving Company. And I've had a lot of Jesus Moving Company experiences over the years in my company. And so it's been God's work the entire time. And he's put talented people in front of me that have a heart to serve, like Patrick, who's our VP of People and Finance. And those people have really made a big impact on building the team. C12 has had a major impact on my life, not just in business, in my leadership of my company, but also in my personal life. When I was first introduced to C12, I was going through some very challenging times. Three. I got it from three angles: medical, and my marriage, and the business. And I was kind of the enemy was attacking me from three different angles. And at that same time is when I was first introduced to C12. Actually in this building that we're sitting in, just in another room. And so God presented C12 to me at the exact right moment. And that was 4 years ago now. And over those 4 years, there's been so much change for the better, both, spiritually, fundamentals of business strategy and planning, people management, just having a group of other peers that share the same values and the same vision that I share, but with different companies, with different perspectives, and having a great leadership. Like Peter Remis was my C12 chair for the first 3.5 years, and now Peter has moved on to open up Cares Catalyst, and he's still working with us, but in a different capacity. So there's just been so many positive impacts from C12 through my business and through my personal life. So C12 is great at helping companies develop and create eternally focused and kingdom impact mission, vision, and values. And Cares Catalyst helps put those mission and vision and values into action. I had the opportunity to first hear about Cares Catalyst as it was being created. Peter Remis was my C12 group's chair, and Peter has a heart for serving others and serving companies at an individual level, and took the bold move to open Cares Catalyst, which is an organization that offers fractional ministry officers for small to medium-sized businesses to execute their ministry strategic plans, both internally in the company and then also locally and in the future globally. And so I first heard about Cares Catalyst when it was first started. Knowing Peter and having the relationship that I've had with Peter for the last 4 years, through involvement in C12. Not only that, Peter was he was the officiant at my wedding, and so Peter and I have a very strong relationship that goes beyond just business to business relationships. And so when Peter approached me about starting Cares Catalyst, it was a no-brainer that Field Industries was going to be one of the founding members. One of the benefits of Cares Catalyst is that it helps us retain highly talented staff. And right now we are at a place where Field Industries has the A team, and we're planning on keeping that A team as long as they'll be with us. And Cares Catalyst increases the morale around the company. Day-to-day operations gets tough, and people are stressed, and it's a for-profit business, so performance expectations are high, and but at the end of the day, our team is able to sit down, take a breath, and know that we are doing all of this stressful day-to-day work for a greater purpose and for an eternal impact. And we see that very clearly through the work that Cares Catalyst helps us do. So just as an example, we recently went to the Mission of Yahweh, and we just did a simple thing of helping the staff there move tables and just kind of do some housekeeping. We helped clean out one of their trailers for items that they were going to either throw away or donate. And so we took a bunch of Christmas wrapping paper that they had that they were going to just throw away, and we drove down to another nonprofit and donated that for them. And little simple things like that, where we had all levels of the organization at that service opportunity. And so it's a great morale booster and a great teamwork exercise, and it gets everybody in the company aligned with the greater purpose and where we're headed in the future. Cares Catalyst and Peter works alongside Field Industries and helps first develop our strategic ministry plan, and then helps execute that strategic ministry plan in 3 different stages. First, internally, where we're taking care of our employees and our employees' families. Second, locally, where we are serving the community and we're participating in volunteer and ministry opportunities in our community. And then third, globally, and we haven't kicked that part off yet, but we will. And so Cares Catalyst is very much a working partner, and they both help us determine what our strategic ministry vision is, and then they help us execute it. To any CEO that has any type of ministry or cares statements in their mission, vision, or values, I would say that CEO cannot afford to not participate in a program like CARES Catalyst. If the CEO wants to be true to their mission, vision, and values, but they don't have the resources or time to properly execute the activities that reflect those mission, vision, and values, they absolutely need CARES Catalyst to help push those programs forward and help them put their mission, vision, and values into action. So for any CEO that is considering working with CARES Catalyst, I would just encourage you to ask yourself, if we're going to outsource other operational leadership roles like a fractional CFO or a fractional marketing officer, why wouldn't you consider subcontracting a fractional ministry officer that is going to push your mission, vision, and values forward and put them into action? So a lot of mission, vision, and values are just words on a wall. And CARES Catalyst helps take those words on a wall, put them into action, and build a strategy around executing those actions. For example, at Field Industries, our mission, vision, and values is our mission is to demonstrate Christ's love while providing for family and supplying piping products. Our values are to care, serve, improve, and get it done. Our vision is for the workplace and families to provide joy, hope, and Christ-centered eternal impact to the world. And those would just be words on the wall without a partner like CARES Catalyst to help us build a strategy, an execution strategy around putting those words into action.